Hello Internet, this is BoneCarlos coming to you from the ruined flats of Pandora to bring you another, what is this, a vlog type thing? I know guys, I know I've been gone for the past 2 weeks. Stop writing, start the presses back up, I am back. Yeah, I know you guys didn't miss me. It's a-okay though, because I was kind of stuck on Borderlands 2 for quite some time. I looked at my recent game time played and I already got 7 days of game time played into them. And I really didn't expect it to be that fun for me. I thoroughly enjoyed Borderlands 1, and Borderlands 2 pretty much just exceeded any sort of expectations that I really did have. So, yeah, that's where I've been for the past 2 weeks. So yeah, and actually this commentary is actually going to be based on some of the things that I've noticed in Borderlands 2. But before we get started, I'd like to point out that if you guys want me to talk about anything at all, leave comments down below on what I could do to, or actually leave comments down below on what you guys want me to talk about. It could be anything from very, very serious to just anything very, very silly. I'll go ahead and pick that up and have my way with it. Not sexually, or maybe sexually if you guys decide you guys want me to do that. Whatever, all up to you guys. Also, my giveaway is still underway, so go ahead and check all that fun stuff out in the description. Rules, regulations, you know, points, processes, all that other fun stuff down there. So today's topic is going to be on basically about Borderlands 2. It's a RPG slash shooter, or first person shooter slash RPG, or however you guys want to look at it. You level up your character, everything's fun, everything's great, everything's hunky-dory. The level cap is currently at 50. So I've been going through and just leveling up all the characters. I'm into character 3 of 4, well actually 3 of 5 now that they released a new character. I'm currently on character 3 of 5, and my girl noticed that I've been playing I was replaying a mission that I've done so before, and she actually noticed it. She actually saw me playing so much that she actually knew that mission. She asked me, like, "Are you playing that same mission again?" And I told her, yeah, and she asked me, like, are you just redoing it over and over? And I told her, like, no, this is and I explained to her what I just explained to you guys, and she looked at me like I was insane. She asked me, like, well, how can you play the same game over and over? And my explanation was, he's like, yes, it's the same game, yes, it's the same missions, all the requirements are still the same, the enemies are basically the same, but the difference is on the character that you're choosing. The character that I'm maining, quote unquote, is an Axton, is a commando type character. He throws down turrets and he pretty much just fights like a regular soldier. And I explained to her, the way I approach a problem with the Commando with Axton is going to be different than what I do it with Zero, aka the Assassin. It's not so much as put down turrets, throw out your grenades, you know, pummel them with rocket launchers and assault rifles. No, with the Assassin, you gotta run up, do different things, depending on how you spec them, obviously. But you do just different things. You whittle them down, you melee them, you go into stealth mode, all that other fun jazz. And which it will be a very different way to approach it if, say, if you're using the Gunzerker, pretty much a tank type character, or Maya, which is what I'm currently doing, which is it's a siren, which pretty much a spellcaster, I would say. And she just didn't understand it. She didn't get it. She told me, it's like, well, this is still the same game. And I explained to her, like, well, it's a different character. You can't go about doing it the same way with each character. You have to do it differently. And for some reason, it just didn't click. It just didn't she couldn't understand it, or she didn't choose to understand it, and we basically just dropped the whole thing. Nothing was settled. But that's my question to you guys. Why or how do you guys play the same game over and over, and what's your justification for it? Not only the fact that it's, you know, I mean, the greatest game in the world. That'll be your opinion, that's fine, but I don't really say that's a reason to keep playing it over and over and over. At a certain point, you're gonna get bored. For whatever reason, and for me, it's from the reason I keep playing a game over and over would be the variety in the characters. I know for Skyrim, I played it through 6 times, I do believe, 4 or 5 times. Once with a different style of character, with a mage, with a soldier, with a regular, yeah, you know, soldier kind of thing. Assassin stealth. I played it a whole bunch. The same thing can be said about Oblivion. I played that. I think I put in like 1,500 hours onto that game. That was nuts. But I kept replaying the same thing over and over because of the different characters. So that's my reason. That's my justification. You guys already know. I said that like 3 times already. What is your guys' justification? I would love to hear back from you guys on that. Point two. In Borderlands 2, there are legendary epic weapons that certain bosses drop. They're very difficult to get. I think it's a 5% chance for them to drop. And players do a thing called farming, where they fight the same boss over and over on hoping to get that legendary drop. Which is great and everything. It really makes these weapons special when it makes them powerful. But the problem is there's a way to duplicate these weapons very, very easily. I'm not going to go ahead and go into the process, but it takes an approximate time of about 2 minutes to do so. I'm thoroughly against this, but I'm not gonna say if you dupe your weapons, you're expletive, insult. I'm not gonna do that. If you do that, that's your own decision. That's what you're gonna base your thing on. I personally don't enjoy using these duplicated weapons. 2 case in points on that one. I had a buddy of mine I was playing with, actually a couple of people online, a 4-player party, and a guy was saying, he's like, yeah, he had a bunch of legendaries and such, and I asked him, like, oh, hey, can you mind if I shoot them, try them out for a little bit, so I know which ones to farm for? And he goes, yeah, sure, and he drops just a whole bunch of shields, grenade mods, different types of weapons. So I'm over here trying them out, doing my thing, and just, you know, making notes on which one I would like to farm for. And after I'm done, I tell him, like, hey, man, you want these back? I'm all done with them. Thanks for letting me borrow them. And he's like, nah, you can keep them. I already duped them. And I'm just like, what? And he says, like, yeah, no problem, don't worry, keep them. And I was very hesitant. I didn't want to say, no. It's like, you know what, no, I'm just gonna drop them. I don't want them because I'm not gonna use them. I didn't tell him that. I just said, oh, thanks, no problem. But so ever since then, I've been giving them out little by little. If I see someone that asks for one that I still have in stock, I'll be like, yeah, you know, just invite, I'll give it to you, no big deal. I explain to them it's dupe, but most of the time they really don't care. And for me, it kind of just ruins the game just a little bit. I mean, it's so easy to dupe and it's so rampant that every time you go into a multiplayer game, everyone has the top tier weapon shield combos available. It is very rampant, and it really takes away from, for me, it really takes away from trying to duel with somebody, because you can't duel somebody. Whenever I go into a multiplayer game, you melee them, and then that starts up a duel. And it's funny because I'll melee them, and then I'll see them activate their menu, obviously putting on their legendary weapons, shields, and mods, and all that other fun stuff. And then they melee me, and at the time I didn't have any legendaries, and they just wiped the floor with me. Kind of sad, but that's how it is. So I didn't like duping. That was it for me. Well, actually, this is it for me. This video is all about done. I don't like duping. Maybe people do. I hope you guys enjoyed. If not, leave comments down below on what I could do to make these more enjoyable for you. Also, if you guys want me to talk about anything at all, leave comments down below on what it is, and I'll be more than happy to take care of it for you. I'm gonna get on here because apparently bandits are attacking.